I want to walk you through a very easy, very profitable trading strategy that you can use to take trades from literally the exact top and the exact bottom. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click that bell for notifications because we are bringing you the juiciest Bitcoin trading strategy videos here on YouTube. And what I want to walk you through is how I was able to take a trade from this exact high and from this exact low. These are trade setups that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. We gave the setup from the exact high 25,256 and we gave the setup from the exact low 24,031. And as you can see, that is exactly where we rejected from, 25,056 right up here and 24,031 right down here. We took these trades from these levels, from the exact high and the exact low, and it's a very simple trading strategy that has very easy confirmations to get into. Here's what you are going to do. Whenever you notice that the price of any asset is trading in a clearly defined sideways range where you can look at the chart and say, you know what, there's a very clear high that the price has formed and there's a very clear low that the price has formed. What you need to do is mark out both of those levels. So if we go back in time to what happened, let's say right over here, after Bitcoin rejected from that Fibonacci golden pocket way up here, giving us that juicy swing short trade, we start to see that the price is forming a very clearly defined high and a very clearly defined low and is consolidating within that area. As soon as you see this, you need to be marking out the high and the low, and you can do so with a ray, you can do so with a line, however you want. And then what you're going to do is you are going to set alerts for when price is getting close to the high and for when price is getting close to the low. And what you want to do is when price comes to that area, you are going to look to counter trade the move to the upside or the move to the downside. Look to trade a fake out of the upside and short it back down, or look to trade a fake out to the downside and long it back up. Here's how we're going to know whether or not we are going to be getting a fake out. Now, first of all, if you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord where we give these trade setups in advance, we literally gave the exact low for Bitcoin, 19,552, to make for this juicy trade. And even today, the low of the day, we gave the scalp setup from that low. I'm currently still holding that scalp. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, if you want to trade on Bybit with 0% limit fees, check out the link in the description. Only trade on Bybit if you actually know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing and you try and trade on Bybit, everything bad is going to happen to you. You're going to stub your toe 17 times in one day. You're going to pour a hot cup of coffee on your crotch, and you're going to scream really loud early in the morning when the rest of your household is asleep. Now your 1-year-old son is screaming. Your 4-year-old daughter is screaming. Your wife is pissed at you. Your wife's going to leave you. You're going to smash your phone. It's going to be a horrible time. But if you know what you're doing, it's actually a really good deal. Also, if you want to learn how to trade this way, check out the courses at jasoncaspertrading.com. 20% discount in the description. Okay, so how are we going to know whether or not it's going to be a fake out or it's going to be an actual breakout? What we need to do is look at our indicator market cipher B and look for something called divergences. Now, when we are trading on these lower time frames like this, where we need to be on like the 15-minute time frame or down to even see that we're trading in some kind of a sideways range, these are going to be the time frames that we look for divergences on. When we start to come up to the high, my two favorite time frames to look at are going to be the 6-minute and the 3-minute. And if the price starts to come up to the high and the 6-minute market cipher B is giving me a bearish divergence, which basically means the momentum is making lower highs like this as the price is making higher highs, I will short the asset, and my stop loss goes above the wick like this. Right? And my target will be at the low of the range where that yellow line is, right? It's a very, very clear trade setup, a very, very good risk to reward. And what we really want to make sure we see is this kind of pattern on market cipher B. It's also known as the upside down uneven butt cheek pattern, where we have a very juicy left butt cheek here, full of gravy, full of ravioli. We just want to pop it with a needle and squeeze the gravy out. And then we have this skinny right cheek over here, very skinny, like that waitress at the diner, you know, the one who smokes too much. She's got a Brooklyn accent. She talks like this, and she's coming out with your coffee. And as she's coming out, she's limping along because it's hard to walk with uneven glutes, right? We're seeing that skinny butt cheek. That's where the money is. So when we see the uneven butt cheek pattern, we're going to take a short. Now, this is something we were planning for in the Casper Crew, right? I wanted to see the divergences on very specific time frames, and this was the trade setup that I wanted to see. Well, what ends up happening is we get exactly what we are looking for. If we cancel out preview mode right here, boom, we can see that as we come up to the high, we get exactly what we wanted to see, all right? As we are coming up to that high, look at the 6-minute market cipher beam. As the price is getting higher to the yellow line, we see the momentum waves are getting lower, right? Go to the 12-minute time frame as well, and what do we see? As the price is getting higher, we see that the momentum waves are also getting lower, right? Very, very key. And that allows us to take the trade, and look where we hit our target, down at the low of the range. Now, when we come down to the low of the range, we want to look for the opposite of what we were looking for at the high of the range. In this case, we want to look for the regular uneven butt cheek pattern, okay? When you see the regular uneven butt cheek pattern, it could give us some massive blue candles, okay? And here's what we see. We see as we're coming down to that yellow line, the momentum waves are getting higher as the price is getting lower. We see it very, very locally. And not only do we see it very locally, but we even see it regionally, right? From that first low that we put in, we're seeing the overall direction of market cipher getting higher. This is called a chickens drinking water trade setup. This is what I call it. And it's a very simple, very profitable trade, very low risk. And here's why. We need to be implementing good risk management when we're trading like this. And what we do is we wait for the price to reclaim the yellow line. We put the stop loss below the wick, and our target is back up at the highs. Okay, very, very simple. Very, very simple. Of course, I recommend taking partial profits along the way, but if we're only risking 1% of our account per trade, right? Let's say we're only risking 1% or less. What we have right here is the potential to be risking 1% and making 5%, right? And what we have right here as well was the potential of risking 1% and making, I mean, this was a better entry here, right? This was a 25-to-1 risk reward. Potentially, if we're risking 1% here, we're making 25%. That is absolutely insane. I'm sorry. It's an 11-to-1 risk reward. If we're risking 1%, we're making 11%. This one, if we're risking 1%, we're making 8% on our entire account. So here's my point. You can take multiple losses trading this way, and the confirmations are very good. They play out very nicely, but you could take multiple losses, 3-4 losses in a row, and then just by having these two trades, you just made, 18% on your account. So you take, let's say you take 5 losses in a row, you lose 5%. Then you get these 2 wins, and you just made back 11 plus 8. Now you made 18%. You're in net profit 13%, maybe a little less because of those losses. Maybe net profit 11 to 12% on your whole account, right? This is a very powerful way to trade, and these types of trades can be taken anywhere, right? We take a look at the trade I'm currently in right now, a scalp long I'm currently in, TP1 stop loss to entry. It's the same exact kind of deal, right? I was waiting to take out the low that we put in right over here. We took out the low. When we reclaimed the low, I entered the trade. Very, very good risk to reward ratio, locked in a nice profit. I'm letting the rest run. It might get stopped out soon here because we're in a local downtrend, but it's the same kind of idea. These are types of trades that we can look for every single day. Guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. Make sure to select all notifications because we are bringing you the timeliest and the juiciest updates here on YouTube. May everybody be blessed in the name of Jesus the Messiah. I pray even if you are not religious, you are very blessed in many ways, and I will see everybody in the next video. Peace.